You got a finger in his third.
Exactly what
you gotta do it, bro. Degenerate hour. Yes, sir. You know the fucking vibes. NYCFC Forever podcast is back with another episode covering 2 games. One good, one bad. My boys are here. The gang's back together. Sanchez, what up?
Hello, sirs and sirs and sirs and sirettes. I didn't know where I was going with that.
Yeah. Man, I didn't know what you was gonna do right there.
All I know is that good evening.
I thought we were gonna have to re-record.
Yeah.
I thought you was gonna say something problematic, so I'm gonna go on to Yousef. Yousef, what up?
Happy Pride, everybody.
Hey, happy Pride month.
Hey.
No.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
How's everybody doing?
I'm all right. I'm still a little sad. A little heartbroken. Fucking Knicks, bro. Indiana Pacers.
Put him in a fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Fuck the Pacers, bro.
I gotta go put this one away.
Yeah.
Put it
Bro.
away.
Fuck that. Knicks at 9, baby.
Next to 9. Fuck
Let's
it.
go,
You know what?
Knicks.
Change the rules. Why not? Why the fuck not?
why
You
not?
know?
I saw somebody say Knicks in 27.
The refs change the rules throughout the game all the time. So
Yo,
this one thing is considered out of bounds, the other isn't. One thing's considered a foul, the other isn't. You know, they change the rules as it goes along. You know?
Flagrant fouls are not flagrant fouls anymore because it's the playoffs. You know, you gotta let them play.
I think one of the worst things about that whole series, especially that game, fucking Reggie Miller. Being on the ball,
how bad was he, bro? He's so bad. I fucking hate when he's on commentator, bro.
They should have like one of those type of I don't know if it's ever like a soccer rule anymore of like if you're a fan of the club, you should not be commentating on the club.
Yeah,
like,
but like
I need non-biases like on my commentary.
Even if he wants to be biased, though, at least have somebody from New York.
Go to the local broadcast.
No,
I would like alternative options for broadcasts.
Yeah, that too.
You know, give me the opportunity. What am I supposed to sync how do you even sync your radio to the TV? You can't even do that because the radio is always ahead of the TV. So it's like, how do you sync that? Like,
I saw a tweet. Somebody said they were gonna put the Spanish one on. They don't even speak Spanish. It was tired of Reggie.
or what was it? The Korean ones that keep going viral.
The Korean ones.
Yeah,
it was just as mad funny, yo.
Yeah, Reggie Miller celebrating with them.
Yeah,
like
color coordinating the dress code for the game.
Yep. He's a fan.
Reggie Miller posting, wearing all black. You know what? Today's a funeral. Like, come on.
And he brought it up. He brought it up in the game.
Yeah.
It was like 2 or 3 minutes left in the game.
Dude, you're not a local broadcast.
We all came in all black. Or they came in all black. You know, ready for what was to come. I'm like, bro, I turned that shit off. I turned it off 2 minutes into the.
You're not a local broadcaster, bro.
Yo,
Marv doesn't get like extraness on when he does Knicks national games.
Mike
like
Green either.
Like he plays it down the line. Like come on, B.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was at a cookout. My dad had a cookout yesterday. He turned the grill on yesterday.
Nice.
Had a TV in the backyard. It was freezing cold. Whatever. We watched the game. It was a bunch of my brother had a bunch of friends. As soon as I walked in, I saw all of his friends posted up by a TV. I asked each and every one of them individually as I was saying hello. I don't really know them. I've seen them a couple of times, but I don't really know them at all. I don't know not one name or whatever. And one by one, I'm like, Knicks fan. I'm like, making sure because if you wasn't, you was not sitting here anywhere near me to watch this game. Like I made that abundantly clear.
Bro,
right?
My bad.
Hold on.
When you're
the
done,
game goes, the game ends. I'm sitting there like all sad and shit, and then I look up and like the trophy stuff is about to start in a few minutes, and I'm like, fuck that, I'm not watching this. I'm trying. The remote wasn't working, and everybody's just watching. Yo, I fucking unplugged the TV, bro. I was like, yo, I was like, go over there. TV's off. No more TV tonight. TV was done for that night.
You see that energy? bro. Like in one of my group chats from my college friends, like I have two college friends, right? Who have told them like directly, I will never watch a sports anything with you because I just don't like the way they view like they're sports person, but I don't like the way they view sports. Like they don't think like the season matters. It's all about the playoff type shit. But they're just trolls, like nonstop trolls, and they're
Yeah.
not Knicks fans, and they're New Yorkers. So off the cuff, I'm already like on edge when it comes to like Knicks stuff with them because they're just all they want to do is just troll the whole time, and I'm like, yo, you keep talking to me, I'm smacking the shit out of you. And they like they don't believe me. And I'm like, bro, like I don't want to watch games with you. Like, why? How are you a New Yorker actively rooting against your city? So I don't watch games at all with them. And so I've been like not leaving the chat kind of like on its own for that same reason. Like, yo, like, are you a Knicks fan? Are you a Knicks fan? And then they went to Astoria to go watch a game. They're like, yo, Yousef, pull up. I'm like, I'm not going. First of all, I'm sick. And two, I'm not. I told you years ago, I'm never watching a sports event with you ever. Like, I don't talk sports with you. I don't watch games with you. I don't like you're gonna take this like energy out of me that you and I are not gonna be friends anymore. So like, just leave it there. And then they just keep trying to jab it, and I'm like, yo, y'all don't understand it, bro. Like, I just don't want to.
Yesterday, my stepbrother, I found it at one point during the game. I'm like, why isn't he here watching the game? Right? I know he was busy because it was his daughter's birthday. That's why the main reason of the barbecue, right? And oh my god,
I said, oh,
we're watching the CONCACAF final, and Cruz Azul just scored in the 8th minute. That is bananas.
bananas.
So I'm like, yo, he comes over and he looks at the score and he goes, he starts giving insight. Nah, the Knicks could do this and everything. You know, it's like the first half, and I'm looking at him, and he has like a little smirk, like a little side eye, and I'm like, yo, shut your bitch ass up. Ain't you a Nets fan?
Oh,
And like I blew up his spot, and he was like, because I was thinking about it, like I'm like, wait a second, something's off about his commentary right now. Like there is some truth of what he's saying, but it's not coming from a sincere place, you know. And I'm just looking at him,
place
and
of love, you know what I'm saying?
and then it clicks in my head. I'm like, shut your bitch ass up. Ain't you a Nets fan?
That shit irks me. Like, it's
Motherfucker's
just
like
like
a Nets fan and a Dolphins fan, and
I don't
get it.
When I was young, fine, sure. Like I like the New York teams, and I was like, oh, I like the Buccaneers. They're
Or like
cool.
I like the Dallas Cowboys when I was a kid, you know.
Like who didn't, you know? But like when you have a sound mind, bro, and you love your city, like what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck.
It's so weird.
How many times you been in Miami, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, I took him to a Jets Dolphins game one time because it landed on his birthday.
I bet you he was
a bunch of us went. My dad went, my brother went. He was hype. And the worst part about it, they fucking smoked us that night.
That's probably what made him a fan.
No, he's been a Dolphins fan for as long as I know. As long as I know. That was more
clear and said, "That's me."
That's more clear than the other sports teams, right? But then the Nets thing, it was like, this motherfucker here, bro, because it bothered, it was stuck in my mind. I'm like, why isn't he here watching the game? I know he's a basketball fan. He's like a basketball coach. He refs games. Like he's into basketball. He knows basketball. Like, why is he watching the game? And fucking click. I'm like, yeah,
no sincerity.
I respect it because he's a Nets fan and didn't bother to pretend to be like, oh, I'm going to cheer for the Knicks. Like,
you shouldn't.
Yes, you shouldn't. And that's why he watched the game from 30 feet away and not in the fucking supporter section. We had set up I brought all the chairs over. We had like 2 rows of chairs for all the people who want to watch the game. Everybody else go fuck off over there.
Yo, guys, here I want to ask you, because this is what keeps the excuse that my friends keep giving me when they're not Knicks fans, which is I find the most bullshit excuse as to why you're not a Knicks fan or why you would be.
They suck.
No, not about. It's not even the team. Has nothing to do with the team. They're like, oh, I hate their fans. I'm like, what?
That's a out of town.
It's not a town. Who have you been out of town? But if you're from New York
Nah, that I'm saying that excuse to not like the fans is how people feel about New Yorkers. You get what I'm saying? It's like y'all mad loud, y'all mad obnoxious. Like I don't like that. That's what all it is. But I guarantee your boys would be Knicks fans if they were, for example, Boston or the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? They had like that prestige where they've won 10 plus NBA championships. I guarantee you they'd be fucking Knicks fans, bro. At that point, it's the fact that it matters that they've been a joke since forever. You know what I'm saying?
And mind you, they're older than I am. They're older than all of us combined. Like these are like they're into their 40s. Well, these are my frat brothers. Like they're into the 40s.
Combined.
No, not combined. Like all of our like they're older than all three of us.
Those are the dudes that Elon Musk caught getting Social Security. 150 years old.
150. Like one of them is a Heat fan, and I'm like, yo, how are you a Heat fan and you're from New York? Like, get the fuck out my him and I go at like, it's one of those things where it's just like I just don't, like I don't comprehend it. Like you can active,
bro. No, I can't
respect that.
Because sports at its core, at the root, is tribalism.
Yeah,
it's about because sports in America, for instance, football. It started as college football. Like college football was the number one league of football for a long time, and it was like the fans of the teams were people who went to those schools, who are from the towns the colleges are in. So the tribalism aspect kicks off from there.
Yeah.
The baseball back in the day, there was no such thing as fans from other cities rooting for other teams. Like
that's crazy.
I think the nationalization of the sport, like the cable and being able to watch teams from other cities, kind of started that mindset of thinking that I could root for another team because now I could watch them regularly. But it's like, bro, like rep where you're from. Like, where's the pride? Even if you're from Indiana, some redneck middle America country with the good old boys hanging out at every corner, like at least you're repping where you're from. Like be proud of where you come from, where your nationality, your background, the city you grew up in, and everything. And if you move to New York from Wisconsin, root for the Bucks. Don't come over here and root for the Knicks. And is okay with paying $500 a ticket for a game. You're ruining it for us.
Ruining it, bro.
I had to like break it down. They're like, I'm like, yo, your teams can move, your players leave, your coaches leave. You can have a whole new identity. Your parents may not even be from where you're from, but the one thing you can't change, you literally cannot change where you were born at. Like that is the one thing that's constant, and you could change your whole name. Like
every time we drive by Co-op City, Dave goes, "That's Co-op City. That's where I'm from." Every time. Every time.
And you can't change that. You can't change that. I can't change that I'm from New York. Meaning the Knicks could leave, right? New York City. I'm still going to be from New York City.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't help, like, if I move, I'm still from New York City. So it's like, I don't understand. It doesn't comprehend, like, rooting for another team. So seeing the Knicks, like, do all of this, it's like, yo, like how you cannot be like happy that your city is alive.
Yeah,
like where you're from,
we're all united. Just cheering
like
there's one thing that's bringing the city joy. Yeah, I don't get it.
This was
because of the fans. Shut the fuck up.
It makes no sense to me. I don't comprehend that, bro.
It has been since like 9/11, bro. Like
everybody
real bullshit.
Like this, like every block, even bars that you wouldn't think would be playing the game. Bars that don't have TVs will have projectors up. Like this really united the city in a way that it was beautiful. Like I wish that one day in 100 years or so, or 50 years, or 20 years, or 10 years, New York City FC could have that type of impact on the city.
That'd be fire. Hell yeah.
Especially with like the mindset of like the younger generations are liking more and more soccer than the older ones.
Yep.
That than the elder emos. But so I feel like it's just a beautiful thing being able to see the city united. No other team. We've always said no other team in New York can unite a city besides the Knicks. And if if they would have won, it would have looked like Paris.
Nah, for real. For
Dead
real. It
ass,
would have been
bro.
crazy, bro. It would have been
And
crazy.
I'm grateful that this season went the way it went. You know, we didn't win. The Knicks didn't achieve the ultimate goal, but getting this far, I think at the beginning of the season, you would have said, "Yo, we're going to the game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals." I would have said,
take it.
"I'm taking that. I'm
No.
taking that all the way."
Yeah.
And en route, we're beating the Boston Celtics, the reigning champions.
That was
And
crazy.
Yeah, bro.
those
was
are things
crazy.
that you would never expect it to have happened 8-9 months ago when the season started. So I think this is just growing. We're going to grow. Things have to change player wise, roster wise, and hopefully this is just the beginning. Like the past 3 years have led to this. Hopefully this
Yeah.
is not the end, and we just keep pushing forward and keep going to the next level.
Let's go Knicks, bro.
Yeah, let's go next
Yeah,
because
man. Fucking love that team, man.
damn, I needed that, bro.
The Knicks is cool,
This was
right?
good. I
was
like the
good, right?
emotions. The emotions
Yeah,
I had
Hell yeah.
month in change has just been like so special. Like I've never
Yeah.
felt this way in such a long time about a team. Obviously, New York City with that the playoff run was very great, amazing. But this was just like
It's different.
years and years of
Your whole
torment,
life, bro.
our whole lives
Yeah,
of
your whole
not
life.
being good. It's
Mm.
just, this is all right. You know,
But yo,
How
but
can you be upset?
even in '99 too, though, when we went to the finals, we got swept, bro. Like it
Yeah.
was like,
it was no competition. It was not even competitive.
you know,
Mm.
it was
And
like,
I would say that one would be like a little bit more like I wouldn't call it a letdown because it was you came in as an 8th seed, so kind of like you beat the odds.
yeah,
But you also came from within the end of a decade of the Knicks were a perennial finals or a
Yeah.
perennial championship team. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like it took the lull of I think what was it 97,
Basically,
98.
It ended the era. It was the end of the era.
Yeah,
You
that
know?
was the end of the
Yeah,
era. So
it
you
was-
kind of
it
were
was-
like
Like
in
if it
that
didn't
like
happen
yo,
now, it wasn't gonna happen. You know, it's
Yeah.
like
so that
now-
would feel more like a letdown than this doesn't as a like I feel not let down, but I feel like disappointed just because I feel like the way we went out was kind of whack.
yeah,
But the fact that we were at game 6 in the Eastern Conference Final after all this time, it's just a platform, and we made strides from last year. That's where I'm at. It was just like we made strides from last year. If it was like we burnt out at the last play, same thing that we did last year, then it would have been like, yo, back to back, like, and we were healthy. Nah, we made it one more step. What that means, regroup, go to the summer, work on your fucking free throws, and because Lord, and then come back and try it again.
The
Either with
internet
the
was-
same.
the internet was undefeated the past month.
Oh,
Nah, it
bro.
really was, yeah.
Content was amazing, every which way direction
Mm.
coming from Knicks related. It was just like the people, the 7th Avenue. Oh
Yeah.
man, I
Teams-
still I still think about that one watch party. I told Yousef, remember we spoke about it, that we have to hit up 7th Avenue at some point during the playoffs. I went that one game to the watch party and just seeing the joy and excitement, I took it all in. I was like, yo, I've never seen this before. This was completely new to me, you know?
It's just teams could only wish that their fan bases were like ours.
Hear it as much as ours, yeah.
hell yeah.
Like that's it.
Kevin Garnett on I think it's his podcast or he was on a podcast.
One with Paul Pierce.
I just saw the clip. I don't remember if Paul Pierce was there or not. But he was saying that Knicks fans reminded him of soccer fans.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's on his
They
pod.
have.
Yeah,
And it was like,
talk
yeah,
about Chelsea.
it's exactly what it is, though. It's just like that. We see that all the time in European football and South American football, but you've never seen that in New York, bro. Never like that, especially for the Knicks. So
The only thing I could
Yeah.
come close to the Knicks was, I think it was 2010 or 10 maybe, or 11, when the Jets made the championship game.
yeah,
They held a pep rally in Times Square.
mm,
The Jets held a pep rally like the Thursday or Friday before the game,
nice.
and I didn't go. I wasn't able to go. But Times Square was packed out with people. It wasn't as rowdy and as like
Intense.
crazy how the 7th Avenue has been, but it was a massive amount of people there hoping that the Jets, get to the
Do
next
something?
level. Yeah, do something.
Yeah, there's a thought
That's the
that
closest thing, but like I said, the emotion, the energy wasn't the same, but just the size of people.
mass.
Yeah.
They with the like because in that comparison, right, to European soccer or football or just football culture in general. One thing I've seen recently, and more on social, I don't know in actual like going to the bars and whatnot, like EuroLeague basketball is becoming a little bit more popular on socials with basketball fans, just in general. Like more pages are retweeting it or reposting it. A lot of like either recent, like if you're not making it to the NBA, you're going out there trying to play, but the scenes are becoming a little bit more viral. Like you got CJ McCollum went over there because I think his brother won with Fenerbahce. Like Fenerbahce's championship parade is going viral just because of how crazy it is, or was. Maybe it's not going to happen overnight, obviously, but I wonder if because we live in a time now where like my nephew just lives on fucking social media. Like this dude doesn't watch anything but just TikToks and scrolls. If that influences the next wave of fandom of like, yo, like we see this going viral all the time, for lack of person, let's copy it. And then that sort of like translates to the new wave of basketball fans. Cause like Clippers want to do like Clippers owner want to do that with his like the wall in Intuit Dome.
Yeah.
I wonder if when we can get to the point now where even like if basketball becomes a little bit more, I know college sports is like that, but on the pro level, like the Knicks fans will be like the sort of the torchbearers of that kind of support. Like if you can bring that into the arena a little bit, where just like obviously prices need to go down, but that would be cool for me to see. Like if basketball can gravitate towards that kind of support and fandom, because you see those clips, bro. Like I'm dying to go to one of these games in Europe and
Well,
see
the energy
EuroLeague basketball.
that 7th Avenue energy just comes inside would be.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
but
like
I think the problem is with American sports is twofold. One, we just talked about how your friends are. You still have a lot of people like that who would be in one location and say, "Oh, I'm a Clippers fan, but I live in Boston or I live in Chicago or whatever it is." So that energy might not translate. The other thing too, specifically for New York, is that the prices are so fucking expensive, bro, to get into these games. Like it's just wild. I had an experience once that I think I shared it with you guys before. I'm not sure if I shared it on the pod or not, but a bunch of supporters from, you remember that group, NYCFC group, Brown Bag?
yeah, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah. They set up a Knicks versus Nets
Oh, I remember.
game.
Yeah,
And it was about, I want to say maybe 20 of us who went, who are NYCFC supporters first, and then we went out there and watched Knicks versus Nets. And after the game, the Knicks beat Brooklyn, and us Knicks fans, we started chanting, soccer chants, "Go back to New Jersey," that chant. And it was just like people just in awe of that, because you don't see shit like that in Brooklyn. You don't get chants like that. And I remember going down and down the escalator, and one of the security guards was like, "Damn, y'all hate Brooklyn like that?" Like, yeah, man, like fuck Brooklyn, man. We New York has one team, and it's the Knicks, man. Fuck out of here,
He's about to
on
be
that
like,
shit.
yo,
So like,
Co-op City, yo.
Co-op City, son. You know what I mean? Section 1B. But now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I listen, I would love for that shit to translate like that, but I don't know. I don't know if it will. But again,
be cool.
it's football, soccer culture that bled into European
yeah.
basketball. That's literally all it is.
That's literally
You know what I'm saying?
straight
Like,
up all it is. It's
yeah,
off season. It's like, yo, we
it's
don't have
just all-
soccer.
yeah, let's go watch basketball and do the same shit, because they got flares in there, they got flags, they got drums. Like,
Crazy. I saw one
time, you know
bro,
what I'm
one
saying?
time
Like,
they blew the whistle and legit just popped like confetti literally just from all four sides, and they just engulf the court. And the players are like, "What do we do now?" We're like,
You wait.
"Sweep."
You wait until
wait.
it gets
It's
swept
like
up.
that in South America too,
Yeah.
in Ecuador as well. You know, obviously the crowds are smaller because the arenas are smaller, but in Ecuador, the basketball, because the teams are related to, most of the teams are related to a soccer club as well.
Yeah.
And it's like that as well. Yeah.
No, but think about baseball in Dominican Republic too. It's just a
In
party.
Mexico's too.
Mexico too.
Bro,
Yeah,
I went to one.
You know?
That's what this hat. Los Diablos. It
That
was
shit
straight up
is-
soccer culture. Well,
Yeah.
not straight up. Like it was a little weird blend of soccer and baseball, but
No.
like they had the songs. It was not at all what I thought were
American
baseball
sports
club.
is still too very much it's I don't want to say
Spectators?
chill, but it's just
Spectators.
spectators.
It's entertainment. It's like
It's
I'm
entertainment.
here to watch an event for whatever amount of time with my family, enjoy it, and then go.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, they talked about that in the Champions League coverage in the Beckham and Friends thing, and they said that Tom Cruise was like the closest thing to that kind of crowd is a college crowd, and that's just because again it's tribal. It becomes it's that tribalism. Like doesn't matter where you're from, you're repping that school because you're there, you're living there.
$10 for students.
Exactly. So the student section
I tried watching Beckham and Friends. I had to turn it off because it had Tom Brady and Tom whatever the fuck.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Bam, 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 bam.
Anyway, yeah, but shouts to the Knicks, man. Shouts to the Knicks fans.
Yeah.
It was awesome to see. Hopefully we can make it to the finals and eventually fucking win a championship. And we will be happy gentlemen. But at the end of the day, this is an NYCFC, New York City Football Club podcast. NYCFC Forever podcast. Listen, don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that good stuff so that our numbers go up, all that shit. Yo, I want to give a shout out though to a couple people. First off, there was a guy who came up to us, to me at the game on Wednesday. He's an older gentleman. He said, I believe his name is Gary. He's a coach. He's a soccer coach. He said he started listening to the pod like a year ago, maybe 18 months ago. And he was like, yo, after that first episode, I was hooked. So shout out to Gary, shout out to his boys, to his boys who listen as well, and to his soccer team and everything. Yeah, hell yeah, man. So appreciate the love and all that. And then there was another dude, I forgot his name. Forgive me. We were shooting the shit during halftime. He said there's another listener too. He's been listening for a while. He said he had met Sanchez and he met me. He said he knows Yousef goes to the games, but he can never find him because he's usually shooting. Mm-hmm. I was like, nah, he's over there. We can talk about that later and shit. But I want to say his name was Alex, but I'm not sure if that was his name. But shouts to he knows who it is. So.
Shouts to you, bro.
Shouts to you, my guy. But yeah, we had two matches this week. One on Wednesday, one on Saturday. Let's talk about this Wednesday. The rainy, nasty, ridiculous match against Houston Dynamo, a team we don't really see.
You two went to that game, right?
We did. Yeah, I did.
I could not make it to the game. It feels weird missing a home game for me. I know it's a little bit, I don't want to say common for you guys, but it happens a little bit more for you you guys at times. But for me, this is I can't remember the last home game I've missed at Yankee Stadium.
Somebody asked me, where's Sanchez? I said, he had to do something. They were like, for real? I was like, chill, like, mind your business.
Don't blame it on the rain.
He's like, for real? Like, doubting. I think he was just concerned. But
it was fucking pouring, bro. Like I just, you know me, typical me, was not prepared or chose to not be prepared.
Yeah, yo.
Why do you do that?
Because I thought it was warm rain, bro. I was like, oh, I thought I didn't think it would be that. I didn't think it would be that pouring at that time. I had just come back. My mind was not in New York for a little bit. Like it was just.
A man said warm rain. Like that's
like we in July.
Like the warm rain.
Funny enough, I have my umbrella now. So
warm rain.
I have my umbrella.
Faster,
I was going like this. I have my umbrella, bro. I have my umbrella.
Warm rain isn't wet.
It's not.
I have my umbrella. I was covering my. I was chilling on the coverage, but it was a little bit nippy. So I
Nah, it
should
was
have.
cold. It was break, yo.
Yeah.
It was break.
It's still
should've-
cold, bro.
I had my SC hoodie on, and then I had a rain jacket.
Yeah, you was prepared.
Prepared. And
Like an adult.
like an adult. Yeah. And as much of an adult as I am, one of the other jackets was in the car, and I was like, oh, I should take that one and bring it just in case it gets colder, because it's cold now. It might get colder later. So my man showed up in a fucking t-shirt.
What?
Yes. Not only
Come
was he
on,
not
Yousef.
prepared.
Come on, man. That's
not only was he
that-
not
and then you
prepared,
wonder why you
man.
get sick and all these other things happen. Like,
I don't wonder why I get sick. I just hate that I get sick. There's
He
just
shows up in a t-shirt.
these are preventable incidents. You
And
know,
then
like
this one not really. I don't know where this shit came from.
He goes, I thought it was going to be warm rain. I'm like, dog,
this doesn't
it's
make
50
sense.
degrees outside. Like, what you talking about, bro?
It was 50 degrees this morning. Like when you left your house. Like it's not like it's not like the Arctic front came in out of nowhere and the North Pole
Vortex.
shifted 3 degrees and now it's that all of a sudden it's cold out of
I don't know,
nowhere.
bro.
You know,
I don't know what my mind was. My mind was just, I got an umbrella. I'll be fine.
this doesn't
He
make
showed
sense.
me out. I'm in the
This is-
bodega and shit. I'm there being a degenerate with Charlie and the boys and shit. And he just shows up with a t-shirt. I'm like, bro, what? What are you doing? This man cold outside, son. I didn't come prepared.
You know what happened?
It was warm
Because
rain.
my boy scooped me up, I was just like, oh, I'm gonna be in
I'm
the
gonna chill in the
car.
car the whole game.
The whole game.
I'm gonna chill in the car the whole game.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
It drops us back.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Drops
man.
it back.
Nah,
Like-
Bodega was chill though for like the little bit that
It
we
was,
was there.
yeah, it was a little awkward because it was like one tarp on the right, one tarp on the left, and then there was
Yeah.
like space in the middle where you just get wet.
It was just
And,
everybody was like this.
Each tarp was like there was too many people inside, so like people were fighting to not get into that little gap. It was mad awkward, bro. But it was fun. It was a good time. Everybody was doing their thing and shit.
Right.
It was
Suki
good.
took
Everybody,
over
100
check-in
people
duties.
down there and shit. Yeah, everybody checked in. Yo, I like that. Buchanan you brought. That was
Oh
nice.
yeah.
That was
Fucking-
really nice, bro.
Also, Chewy hit me up. He's like, yo, can you bring this back? I'm like, bro, I'm in Mexico. Why am I gonna buy Buchanan? And he's like, nah, you have to. You have to. I was like, sure, why not? So I find it and I bring it.
2 souls.
2 souls, yeah. So it's Buchanan finished in Tequila and Don Julio caskets.
Tequila barrels.
Yeah, so it's pretty. It was actually pretty good. That shit was actually real smooth.
Yeah,
And I don't drink Buchanan like that. And I was like, well, this is nice actually. So
This was in Mexico. Mexico was this like a duty free?
it was. I bought it at duty free because of the liquor stores weren't carrying it. But it's kind of one of those like white Henny type of thing. They're like, you can't really find it here. So, but it was good.
I wonder if the other duty frees, like the one in DR, got it.
Maybe.
Probably not. It's
We'd
probably
have
like
to try.
it's probably like a regional thing.
Yeah.
Real good though. I like that a lot. I need to get a bottle of that.
On a Wednesday, guys.
Oh no,
Oh, no.
yo, we was being degenerates.
It was bad, bro.
You should have drank more Bucana.
Yeah,
I would have been warmer. Yeah, I would have been warmer. Yeah.
You would have been warmer. You would have drank more Bucana.
Well, like I told you, fucking Suki took over check-in duties. He goes, he's like, here. I'm like,
also
Oh.
Bucanas is the Henny of Latin America, bro.
It really is, yo. It really is. Yo.
like
that's why I was like, yo, I'm not buying this shit. Like, I'm like,
Bucana's it's not a,
like-
it's not inexpensive. Like it's not cheap. So like just like Henny's not cheap.
Yeah.
And like everybody be drinking Bucanas. Like you go to
yo,
Son,
that
it
DR, bro.
At the wedding,
it was
bro.
2 Bucanas yesterday at the barbecue I was at.
Of course it was.
Because
bro.
you have to, bro.
Henny
What else are you
and
gonna have?
Like Coronas, Heineken's, and Bucanas. That's all there was.
Oh,
There wasn't that fucking sparkling water
I'm
with
telling you
alcohol
right now,
shit.
bro.
None of that stuff.
Yo, we had a baby shower one time for my cousin, and everybody's BYOB, so everybody brings their bottles. Somebody brought a bottle of Barceló, right? So Barceló is Dominican rum, but it's considered cheap. Like if you're gonna buy rum, you just buy a Brugal bottle if you're gonna go for cheap rum.
Not that good, yo.
And everybody was just like they brought the bottle, and then you just saw everybody give each other that look of like, who the fuck brought this shit? And the first thing that somebody said was like, yo creía que era el Buchanan. Y el Buchanan, ¿dónde que está? They threw that shit out. It was like, because they just kept asking for Buchanan. We had to go buy Buchanan. Like, if you're in a Latin American party and Buchanan's not on the table, it's not official yet at this point.
I remember when I was a kid, it was before Bucanas became popular. It was the Chivas.
Yeah, Chivas. The Chivas that Regal, that 15 years.
That was the one that was the popular bottle, and then Bucana took over.
Yeah, it's either Buchanan or you get the or Johnny Gold.
Shit's nice, bro.
Some real generational degeneracy going on.
And the shit is that people like,
my wife's uncle, my favorite uncle of hers, he got me a bottle at the wedding. The little Bucana with the Sprite right there with the nice ice, bro. Yeah. Oh my god, that shit is nice. Yeah.
You gotta like shake it too because they had to stop it.
They were doing it with the ginger ale.
That's how you had to pour. You gotta pour it like this.
With the ginger ale too.
They were doing it with the ginger ale yesterday. Yeah, you got the finger and stir it.
Exactly what you gotta do it, bro. Degenerate hour.
You just the ass burger and then you serve your drink.
That's how they taste it. How they know it's powerful. That's
the potential right there. See, you heard?
Yo, Cruz Soul is doing the fucking PSG right now on these
bro. Yo, are you planning a move and seeking a reliable, veteran-owned company to handle your belongings with care? Well, look no further than TriState Marines Moving. Founded by a Marine veteran, Christian and his platoon bring discipline, commitment, and the strength of the core to every job. Whether you're relocating your home or office, need packing and storage solutions, junk removal, or even power washing and Mother Nature cleanups, they got you covered. Serving the tri-state area with pride and professionalism, they ensure a seamless and stress-free moving experience. Listen, I'm not just reading the advertisement here. I actually used these guys a couple months ago and everything turned out great. Everything was placed where we wanted. The best part was nothing was broken. So trust the strength of the Marines for your next move. All their info is found on Instagram, which is at TMM_914. Also, tell them Boop sent you. Tri-State Marines Moving for all your moving needs. Yo, but so we took a couple shots of the Buchanan, the Bucana, the Two Souls, and then immediately after, it wasn't even 2 minutes, Sanchez. Suki comes out with the bottle of Henny, like, yo, you want some? I'm like, no, I don't want to mix this shit. It's Wednesday, bro. He's like, yeah, we doing the McHennys right now.
McHennys?
Yeah, he had a McDonald's like
from McDonald's, and they were just mixing the Henny with it.
It was just
fucking McHennys and shit.
Oh, Wednesday, bro. It's a Wednesday
night, bro. I'm like, yo, I work.
The next day there was work. Like, motherfuckers had to go home after. It wasn't making. Oh, let me just go and chill.
It's real degeneracy shit right here.
I had to stop myself. I'm like, nah, I gotta chill out. I got work tomorrow, bro. I'm wilding right now.
He was wilding because he wasn't driving too.
I mean, I kind of was driving. I had to drive from the train station, but yeah, as soon as I got there, I lit one.
Train ride, bro.
I got the Modelo and shit. I got I'm taking shots, and I'm like, hold on. Whoa, pump your brakes here, buddy. It's Wednesday. You know what time it is.
It's late too. It's like
late. Yeah, late. It was late, and it was rainy. That's why everybody was being degenerates. It was just nasty out. But yeah,
let's not waste too much time on this game because it's one of those games where it's just like, God damn, that really happened.
Yep.
Yeah, that really did, bro.
People paid money for this. How was the crowd at the stadium? Like, I don't even know the attendance of this game. I should try to look this up.
Yeah, look it up. I want to say it was probably 8,000, maybe 10,000
in stadium.
Yeah.
So I got you announced. Oof.
What's the announce?
Is this one of those that they don't want to announce it?
They fucking better announce it.
Better announce it, bro. I think I would say between 8 and 10.
I'm on the Fat Mobs.
Fat Mob don't say it.
Yeah, sometimes they
do. Yeah, sometimes they do.
They didn't say for this match.
Not there.
Yeah, they don't want to say for this match.
I think what has it.
Oh, I remember Soccer View Radio. they post those numbers. It was around like 11,000, I think, announced.
Oh wow! Because on TV it looked like it was just you two on the
I'll
stadium.
say there was a lot of
we were all under the
there was a lot of those of like, if you have coverage, you stayed under there. So anything, you know how it is, like anything over the past the overhang from the 200 level, you're not gonna see none of that.
Yeah, Charlie found a nice spot right by 230, 236, to the left is the numbers go up or down?
Oh, right above like where Frank's hot area is, that little that overhang.
Would that be 235? No, that would be 237. So
Yeah,
above, we
no,
were above
238, right next to 238.
So yeah, that's where we were. We were under the scaffolding there, just watching the rain. We would get wet every now and then when the wind picked up, but yeah, it was coming down the entire time, and the majority of the supporter section was all in the back, just trying to stay dry. Yeah, I don't think they want to announce it either. NYCFC.com doesn't have.
No, they didn't. They didn't announce.
So it's one of those where it's just like, yo, if you made it, you made it.
Yeah,
I saw random. I think these tickets must have been given away because I saw random people that I knew from like the way. But I'm like, y'all never watch soccer. What are y'all doing here? They're like, yo, we're not doing anything, and we came over. I'm like, yo, I hate that this is the first game y'all saw.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's a terrible match to be your
like his first soccer game ever. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, yo, please come back, bro. Just let me know when you want to come back because this is not it, bro. But that was a crowd, bro. To be honest with you, you could hear us. I'll say that. I'll say this though, and because I saw some tweets from some other folks from other pods that were like in the booth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the people that were there did make enough noise to be heard. So there was like like people showed up and it was just like, let's try at least to play and some singing.
Yeah. They were playing. Chelsea and them and a bunch of them brothers. They were playing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I think I might have found it. 1 second, because I see it here for the other game.
Were you able to hear it, Sanchez, on the broadcast, like the noise?
I want to say yes and no. That's the thing, bro.
They didn't announce it, bro. They didn't put it. It says location Bronx, New York, and they don't have the attendance.
This is the thing. When there's no more in-stadium broadcasters, those microphones influenced a lot on the sound ambience as well for the broadcast, because the microphones pick up a lot as well.
Yeah.
It visually on TV, it looked bad, bro. It looked like a COVID match, bro. Like there was nobody around.
It's hard.
And yeah, that was pretty bad. But you know what? Our stadium in a couple years is gonna have roofing, and that's something that the fans won't have to worry about as much. The players could get wet because that's part of the game.
Yeah.
But the fans can enjoy dry atmosphere. At least the majority of them. I think it's like 80 or 90% of fans will be under coverage.
That's gonna be fire though, bro.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
So games like this will always have a better atmosphere than even with this weather.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna translate well too with the sound, just having the having everything.
The only concern is like those open corners. I wonder how like wind and rain is gonna work in those corners. Oh look, I'm on the cover, and then the wind comes in and just like you're getting it started raining from the side. You know, like also like your whole right side is soaking wet, and your left side is dry. It's like you're like a Two-Face. You know,
so you get up and go get a chicken bucket, yo. Fuck
it. No,
but we got washed. As much rain as it was, man, we got our asses kicked.
Yeah, real quick, the lineup is Matt Friesen goal, Tavon Gray, Martins, Risa, and it was Martins, Hack, and Risa. That's the image is kind of skewed there. Aiden O'Neal, Johnny Shore, pairing is becoming a thing now. Julian Fernandez, Max Morales, Hannes Wolf, and Alonso Martinez up top.
Yeah, I don't know. I was double checking to see if the Risa Hack there on this particular match was there, and I was like, let me go double check this on a couple sites, and everybody had it like that, and even
it was the other way in person. It was the game. They actually played the same way they've been playing the past few games with Burke Reese on the left and Hack
Yeah.
is a center back because Hack is all-star in my opinion. Oh my
Sanchez,
god!
you saw? Yeah, I was waiting for your reaction. Southsiders. This
Yo,
is
it
bad,
is
bro.
4-0 in the first half. Cruises
Oh,
Super
shit, yo.
Vancouver. And it's like golazo after golazo. These are not these Canadians crossed 2 borders to
Yes,
get
they
thumped
did.
like this. This
Yes,
is
they did,
man.
crazy.
They don't have
Sad,
Bill Halter either in the lineup.
He got the yellow accumulation, which is bullshit.
man.
Wow, they're getting smoked right
Let's
now.
go hit 'em. Boom. Goal
Vancouver.
I just saw a black Mexican on TV. You saw that, guys? That dude was black.
Hey, they're out there, man. They're out
I'm fucking weak, bro.
there. They out
Like this man. Oh,
One of these things are not like the other, bro. Like
I hate this.
that just takes
there. Yo, you know, speaking of black Mexicans,
Harper.
Harper, yeah,
Yeah, Harper's
Harper.
black Mexican.
black
That's
Mexican.
hard.
But Will I Am, he grew up in in East LA, yo.
East LA, yeah.
On the
Lupita,
Cholo.
hey, technically Lupita Nyong'o
She grew up in East LA too.
grew up in Mexico, bro.
What? I ain't know that.
Yeah. Her Spanish is
Shit.
Spanish.
That's cool, yo.
Didn't
I
the Ben Affleck also spend a few years of his
Yeah.
early childhood in Mexico as well?
Bro, Ben Affleck's Spanish is better than J-Lo Spanish.
Yeah,
Sad.
Sadness.
yeah.
That's why they broke up.
Twice. Anyway, yeah, what you got in the lineup?
Hit it and quit it. fellas.
Yeah, then quit it.
Oh, that lineup got right. That lineup is getting no rings.
Yeah, facts.
Yo.
Honestly, bro, because we haven't played Houston in like 5 years. I think it was. I think the last time we played in Houston was over there, where the famous game that Sanchez references when he went and it was like 110 degrees. So I don't know any like I knew they were a little bit of a struggle. Ben Olsen is Ben Olsen, so to me it's just like I have him in DC minded. I know they won the cup a couple years back, but to me it's like I never take him serious for some reason. I should have maybe a little bit because they came to play. I think they might have broken the field curse, the mentioning of the field curse. Because they went in on the whole like innings and the whole shebang. And
Where was this? Where did they mention that?
on Twitter, like their socials.
Okay.
But yeah, Gabe Siegel came back, and I think he had a little bit of that extra. Oh, yeah, let me go, and it worked out for them.
I
man.
don't think y'all let me go was the right term. I think he.
I know. You think so?
100%. Because remember, he also asked to the move when he went to go play in Israel.
In the US.
wherever it was.
Well, we
Remember?
shipped him out to Israel, and
No,
then
that was him wanting to go somewhere to get minutes to play. That was.
I know there was definitely a back and forth there because I remember he had that corny ass celebration.
He went to Tel Aviv or whatever.
We shipped him out to USL too for a little bit, just like a short little bit.
That was to him to get some game
minutes.
Experience. Remember, he was trying to go. He was trying to go somewhere where he was going to be the starter. He saw that he wasn't going to be that here, and he was trying to make moves. Respectfully, like you said, that he no celebrated the goal, his first goal, which
respectfully,
I get it. All right, but you was here 7 minutes, bro. Like you was here, flash in the pan. He also
draft,
was
right?
Gabe,
I want to say he was a draft pick. I don't think he was a.
I wanted to say he was a draft pick as well. Let's look this up real quick. But he also didn't. The year he got the most minutes with us, was he second in our team in goal scores with like 4? It was like that year with no one scored goals.
That was right after Tati had left. We didn't know what was happening. Remember telling me that celebration where he was like he had number 19 and he covered up the 1 because he wanted to be like, yo, I'm the number 9.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like it was just like, all right, bro. Like everybody kept asking him, like, hey, give him a chance, just because we really had anybody.
That
But-
man played. That man played in I can't even
Co-op City, bro.
Cone.
You played it co-op
He played in Cone.
and Cologne.
No, not Cologne. Cone. KOLN. FC Cone.
Mhm.
For their second team for a year. He had 12 appearances before he come into New York City. He was in London United. I mean, and that's like the DC second team. I guess
Philly, yeah.
it used to be.
Yeah.
Now it's not no more.
Hmm.
Then he was with us, Tel Aviv, Houston Dynamo. Like this guy is
He's been around the block.
a little bit, a little bit.
It
That man's
just-
getting hella minutes in the Houston 2 team, bro. He got 11 appearances this season, since last year in the Houston 2 team with 10 goals.
and comes in on and play. We played Houston's like C team. Like this wasn't their A1 squad either. Like we didn't play them, which is what hurts even more. That
He
we
wasn't
kinda-
a draft pick. He was not a draft pick.
Oh,
We
word?
signed.
We
He was a
signed
free
him?
agent. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. So I don't know why he seems like somebody we would draft.
Yeah,
for
he
some
seems
reason.
like a draft, right?
Yeah.
But clearly didn't work out. You know what sucks throughout this match when it was happening? I think somebody had brought it up also on Twitter that we signed Bakrar to be to essentially take his spot, and he has probably more goal contributions for Houston and any other team than Bakrar has had for us. And I'm not even looking that up. That's just from eye test alone. Like that's what hurts the most. This is just like he comes into the town and does not necessarily like beats us over the head, but just gets a brace on us. And it's like, bro, like when was the last time Barker had a brace?
I don't even know if he's had one. Has he?
Yo, it's hard.
No, I don't think Bakras had one, bro.
Yo, if
to know the first goal that they had was an own goal by Justin Heck.
yeah,
I didn't want to bring that up, because
nah. Bring it up because we want to celebrate. We want to celebrate all his accomplishments all of a sudden.
Listen, humans make mistakes, bro.
And hear me out. That happens with center backs. A center back that doesn't score an own goal, and I don't want to say regularly, but like seasonally, they're not really doing their job properly because it's one of those. It also was like,
bro,
it was a own. Yeah, but it's not like he intentionally kicked it into the goal. Like he tried
what
blocking the
spin job
shot,
is
and
this
the
man
shot
doing
went
right now?
and the shot went the other way. Like it went towards the goal. Like that's
Yeah.
We
almost
criticize Martins all the time for his stupidity of back
but that's
passes.
different. It's stupidity. This isn't stupidity. He made a defensive play on the ball. It's just that the ball went the wrong direction. It wasn't a stupid move, a stupid play.
No.
I'm not rocking with that. Hell no.
Such
Hell
an hack
no.
apologist, bro.
Hell no.
Hack apologist. And another thing.
Yeah. Oh man. But you know what hurt is that I want to say their second goal,
Yeah.
bro. I don't know what happened. If it was the rain, if it was just the nippiness of the cold nights, and they were in shorts and t-shirts.
Yeah.
But they completely forgot about Nico Ladero on what, like, completely forgot about him. Also, I forgot that Nico was in Houston either. But I'm literally I think I'm right next to Dave when this goal happens, and you just see it like, yo, my man, is nobody gonna cover him on that side of the pitch?
So the whole team went one way. Like it was like 5 players on one dude.
Like for what? It's a
Man.
small pitch. What the fuck are we doing?
I don't know, man. I don't know what the
Nah,
hell
bro.
they were thinking. Yes, a terrible goal. Terrible. Well, excuse me, terrible defense on our part.
Yeah.
I feel like Aiden O'Neal had something to do with one of those goals.
Oh,
He
Yeah.
wasn't he the one that kind of stopped his run and lost track of the runner behind
that
him?
was that one.
That was that
The
one, wasn't
second
it?
goal, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the second goal.
You know what? I have comments about him because I'm not impressed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dan was saying the
It's-
same thing.
there was a lot of he's
because you know what happened the next game. He got subbed out at halftime.
Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
It's taking a while for him to kind of like find his rhythm, and you were supposed to come in a little bit more on like another higher level than everybody, right?
Yes, exactly. There was a little bit too much great presentation by NYCFC. They got us. They know how to bamboozle the fan base. You know, they
Just-
know what
just
to
to get him
say,
hyped.
how to edit these videos, the lighting. You know, the
They
everything.
got it, bro. They got me.
They got us. They got us with him, and I am not impressed so far. It's been he's been here like over a month now. He's been in multiple games.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's been a interesting transition because I guess he was forced to play because it coincided with the Kon Parks injury, right? But Parks is back now at the Nashville game.
There was something, bro.
He kind of looking like Beavis with that long hair, yo. You know what I'm saying?
It's you know what? I was like, yo, look at the mental toll it takes when you get injured, bro. You stop taking care of yourself, bro. It's like when you get sick, right? You get sick, people like just bed rot, don't even the hygiene issues, don't fucking shower and fucking don't shave. This dude looks like fucking Theo Vaughn out there with the hair.
Bro.
Hey, he's been a long time, bro. He said, "I'm gonna get this mullet going." Now, there's something Dan said, bro.
With the non-tape up is the concerning part. The mullet part, bro. It's the non-shape up on the sides is where
let
it's
it
like,
rock.
like we really were in the trenches.
Let it go, let it flow.
That's why I call him Beavis, yo. He's just out here just wilding with his boy and shit, like yo.
Joe Dirte and shit.
Joe Dirte.
Damn, I haven't had a Joe Dirt reference on the
word in a minute.
4 years, bro.
In a minute. Nah, bro, but Dan said something to me that kind of stuck with me. I think it was like well into the second half, where he's just like, "Yo, this don't look like a team. There's like no cohesion on this squad, man. Like it just looks like they're just like players that were just are slapped together and are like, here, try to figure it out." It was very frustrating to see throughout that whole match of like, you know, like where's the old that now I'm not of wanting like Dome era link up play or when things were peaking for us, but like at least some kind of like reading off each other, knowing like where you like to make your runs, knowing how you like a pass here or stuff like little things like that. Yo, you just don't see it. Like it's like everybody's out there for their own gain or like trying to make their own highlight to be like, hey, this is my starting spot. I don't know if it's like something that's in a competition mode for a spot that they're in, and they're just like, I got to get mine's in. But on the field, it just doesn't translate to looking like a cohesive unit. We're not moving as one right now, and it's kind of hurting. Like we're very dependent now on this like quarterback throw from Freeze to get into the final third.
I had this similar thought watching the Nashville game, where it's like we're doing things that we've never done as a team before, like more of this over the top direct style of play. It's becoming more evident that that's what we're doing, over long balls over the top, the freeze throws. Great arm, bro. I'm interested to see how far he can throw a baseball. To be honest, like this guy could probably throw the baseball the whole football field, the whole soccer
probably
field.
He probably could,
yeah, probably easily. And I wonder if it started to become predictable. You know what I'm saying? Like the scouting report saying, hey, these guys go up the top. If we could defend if we could keep up to their forward or the wingers who are making the runs up the middle, we'll be all right. Because remember, early on in our season, a lot of our goals were like that. The balls over the top with Alonso Martinez going one-on-one with the defender and then shooting from 12 to 18 yards away in an angle or whatever over the keeper or to the side of the keeper, beating the keeper.
I wonder if like, and I'm not saying every single match is what happening to us, but we kind of lose the midfield battle a lot now throughout like in the chunk of matches, and I wonder if this is like it's just they're like, yo, this is just gonna work, and just fuck it, launch
Do you
it, and
think?
then try for the
Do you
second
think
ball.
Johnny Shore is a problem?
I feel like he might be. I feel like I had a couple people next to me who I was standing watching the game. They were saying the same thing. Like he might just be too young. You know.
I think there's elements in the midfield that we're missing since James Sands. There's nobody in the midfield that on the defensive side of things puts fear into somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no like destroyer. There's no defensive mind back there. You know, I don't want to compare to like Casemiro or something from Man United, but like there's nobody there who's like willing to or
well, right now I wouldn't compare anybody to Man United. I wouldn't want that.
No, Casemiro is probably the best player in Man United right now. Don't even get just like out of, if you take Man United, he's probably one of their best players. So
Yo,
he is. I'm not. It's not a fucking joke.
I know, but he was
like he's one of their best players. But I'm just talking about this. The only thing I could think comparison. Like,
I know. I'm with you. Just
all right.
It's my one time to be able to throw a United jab into the spot, bro. Let me have it.
Listen, bro.
Let me have it.
We won trophies in the past 5 years. All right. If you want to start throwing jabs, I'm gonna start throwing jabs back. Maybe not at you, but within my arms, reach, like right here. Bow, bow, bow. Dave has left the chat.
Get back on him. I saw his eyes of like, oh, this man's gonna come. This dude's gonna do it for it. He's gonna go for it. He's gonna go for it.
I know you're coming for it. That's why I stay quiet.
Oh man.
That's why I stayed shut. God.
Oh man. But yeah, I agree. Yes, we are missing sort of like a dog back there that's just like
dog.
that's a good.
We got whoa. We
got puppies right now.
We got puppies out there and shit.
Yeah, puppies.
Oh, man.
You know, which I thought Aiden O'Neal was gonna give some of that energy, give off some of that vibe, and he hasn't been doing it for me lately. And I don't want to say I'm starting to get concerned yet, because let's see what happens with Kon Parks. If Kon Parks starts starting, and maybe they mix in Aiden O'Neal with that mix, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think he has 90 in him though.
Aiden O'Neal don't got 90 in him?
No. Keaton. I don't think he has 90 in him yet. But I was happy to see him back.
Yeah, definitely. Let's get out of this Houston game because it was taking too long, and there's nothing really much to talk about. It was a horrible performance. We lost 3-0. Siegel did celebrate when he scored his second goal.
He did.
He won.
So he can fack right off.
All right. So here's the lineup for Nashville. All right. Bam, bam.
Similar. It's pretty much the same thing, except there's one change. Ojeda started over Julian Fernandez, which Julian Fernandez is another player that I just fucking, he's so bad, bro. He's just not good. There was a moment in this game against Nashville. I'm gonna go through the line real quick. Freeze, Gray, Martins, Hack, Burke Reese on the left. On this image, it looks accurate. Shore, O'Neal, Ojeda on the right, Maxi Morales, Wolf, and Alonso Martinez. There was a moment in this game when he subbed on where he passed the ball to Johnny Shore, maybe 10 yards away from him on the far touchline. Like, how do you make the ball hop and skip when you're just like everybody's rolling the ball to each other, like tiki-taking the ball, and he hits the ball and it bounces to him? I'm like, how do you do that, bro? Like, you're not even going far. It's like 10-yard pass. I'm like, bro, it's so frustrating watching him play. So frustrating, man.
That was bad. Julian, I think, is someone who, come summer, bro, I just need someone. I need him on the chopping block of like, can somebody just take him? Like, hey,
this is where I'll let you make a comparison to Man United. A lot of the signings, just like Man United, a lot of the signings recent time into this team are not working out, man.
Oh, bro, real. They're not.
Like, these signings are not impressive. Aiden O'Neal is still early. It's still early, and I'm hoping it turns around with the Kon Parks pairing. That to me will be interesting to see what happens with Kon Parks and Aiden O'Neal. But this guy Fernandez is not good, bro.
That first half,
Doctor,
even he didn't start, but that first half, bro, I was dumbfounded by the way we were playing in that first half. Like,
bro, how are we? Look, Nashville. We knew it was gonna be a tough game. We knew they were a good team, but we didn't even. That first half didn't even appear to be like we were trying to win that game.
Nah, I thought it was gonna be another L. To be honest with you,
dude,
Yeah,
I
going
thought
down
going
2-0 relatively early. The first goal was when the 20-something minute,
yeah.
yeah.
and the second goal like 10 minutes after that. Let me look up exactly when this happened, so because I don't want to be
I
freestyling.
got you. 27th,
And 41
27th minute. Yeah.
and
And then,
41st.
bro, and here's the thing: Mukhtar hasn't really been playing like crazy. But and even Zimmerman has been gone for like I think 7 matches. He hasn't been playing.
Yeah, I think he was
So
hurt.
we have a Nashville team who's doing well in the standings, but are also in their own flux of like, hey, putting pieces still back together for the season. And they look like they were missing a beat against us. Like
Bro,
we look
that I think it was the
lost.
first goal. Speaking of loss, I think it was the first goal when there was a ball over the top to
Yeah.
Mukhtar and not Bak Martins. First off, got completely blown out the water in the foot race by
Yeah,
Mukhtar.
by Mukhtar. That was sad.
Lost
Great
him
touch.
where he was. Lost him where he was at. To be honest, didn't even know he was like where he was. That because I don't think he would have gave him that much. He shouldn't have given him that much space if he knew where he was.
Mhm.
To get
Before
that
the ball
touch
went-
off for Mukhtar to get that touch off on receive that ball that way, he felt way comfortable.
It's
Too comfortable.
crazy. So much room, so much space, and then at the same part, I guess Hack is at fault because I don't know if he's supposed to be covering because there was I guess he was too close to Burke Reese on the left and allowed this guy Surridge to come up the middle. Holy smoke! Cruz
here-
school
so-
scored again.
So, yo,
Yeah.
so
So
actually,
they have-
Sanchez, it's funny. I'm all in on like, you know me. I'm all in. I'm taking the hack take, but I'll say on that one particularly, I think that's where it started with the O'Neal might be getting off at the half because I think the reason why Hack was so upset about the missed coverage was that O'Neal should have kept tracking with him.
Yes,
And
he should have
Hack
followed
was
through with him.
and followed through. And because he didn't, Hack was already a step behind. And by the time he got there, he took a whole slip. And Surge, dude played in the Prem. Like he's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna miss those.
Yes.
Surge
And-
played in the Prem
Yeah, he came from Leeds
when they were in the Prem or they were in the championship.
when they were in the Prem. He played with them that year. And then obviously I think he went down with them, but he was with Leeds for a while.
Oh, okay.
So he's not a scrub. Like in MLS for sure, he's not a scrub.
Okay.
So I forgot how many goals he has already. I think he has like let me see. Sorry.
This
I mean-
Cruz Azul Vancouver game is not even fair anymore. This is ridiculous. Vancouver is doing nothing.
He has 11 goals already, bro.
11
like,
goals already. Wow.
11, 1-1
This season?
this season.
Yeah, I said that 11.
Yeah, sorry.
That's crazy.
What do you think? I said one.
I thought you
1-1.
said 7. He said 7, sorry.
1-1.
Yeah.
You have the goal on Twitter?
Which
Oh,
his no, I have ours pulled up. I didn't want to show us getting beat.
Well, the second goal was him as well, and that was the one from the
So
had a
it
slight
kind of
deflection.
so it kind of the same setup where it was just like we got beat and fucking what was it that Timothy Chalamet called them? A Shakespeare with legs or whatever, or Mozart with legs. He's Alex Muyo. He brings it down and is able to just sort of like feed him a little bit, and then he gets the second goal. Like it's again the defense, and I think that one's more on Hack because a mule gets to slip on him. But it's like, why are we getting beat over the top like that?
Nah, I don't want to say that was on Hack. That was on Martins.
Oh, that Martins was chasing him.
Yeah, Martins was chasing him on his right, and it cuts right in between him and someone else. I can't make out the number there.
If it's on that side, then somebody missed their assignment because that's not where Martin should have been playing. That's where Hack should be playing. So that's on Hack and Reese's side where Mule gets the ball, and it's just like they're sliding through though. How you're still the ball is finding easy spaces in the final third.
I'm watching it now. It's not on Hack's side.
Where the Hack plays on the left, and that's where the ball was at. If you play,
the ball gets passed from almost midfield.
I know, but where the defense is,
and it goes to the.
But where our defense is supposed to be, right? So, bam, right here, right? So the ball got played out. Like Mule gets the ball here. This is Hack's assignment.
I can't see what you're looking at. You're saying here, like what? I don't know what you're talking about.
So look at where. So you see where Hack is? I'm sharing the lineup.
Okay.
Right. The ball is played on that side, and it's Martin's defending. So who's missing the assignment,
not, bro?
I can. So the ball doesn't get played on that side.
How about you share the goal on
I'm watching on Apple.
Everybody can
That's
see
why
it.
I asked if he had it because it's not
watching
accurate.
it on Apple.
Yeah, the ball gets passed on the midfield. Almost, it's a pass directly from midfield, and it's like a 20, 30 yard pass. There's no way in hell our defense is going to be that high up.
Not the high up, bro. That's not what I'm talking about. Let me just bring it up.
And it goes right in front of Martins. It hits Mule. Mule kind of shakes around and then he passes it back to.
I see what you mean.
And he passes it back to Sirius. Like there's no way that's on fucking Hack.
No,
that's more.
What I was mentioning was
that's more Hack slander.
So you know me, but let me just ask. Let me show you what I'm talking about real quick. All right. Can y'all see this? Sorry. All right, bam. So right here, right?
How is that on Hack?
Hold up. So where's Hack's right?
Corcoran.
Wow. So when he's pulling away, right?
It's a nice pass. Wheel. Sir.
Where's Hack there?
Hack is at the 18-yard line, isn't he? Or is that
and where's
he's right behind the ball?
He's at the 6-yard line. Yeah, Hack is right there on the right.
He's
running up,
on the right.
run. Okay.
Where's Surridge cutting from?
Okay, I see what you're saying. How Hack should have kept up with the runner.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like Surridge is literally just lollygagging into the box and able to grab that ball. That Mule is just kind of like dishing it off, just as like a last resort. Like, oh shit, like here. So that's what I'm saying. Where it's just like, why are we not active on defense and aggressive? Of like, if you knew your man is literally on your shoulder, like you should be able to see him on your peripheral. Why is he just lollygagging into the box like that and getting a shot off? Like you're not even giving Freeze an opportunity to actually make a save when you're just letting people walk in and get a shot like that. Where Surridge is already showing you that he can score these goals. So that's where it was just like we're not talking. Somebody's not talking on defense. Somebody's not yelling. Something's going on there because in the half, Tavon even comes out. So it's like, was it on like, or is he blaming Tavon for whatever reason, or is he just realizing like, oh, I need more center backs back there, to cover? Like, what's the plan on defense when you have players that can obviously are able to find their forwards? If one pass like that can unlock us, then we're in trouble for the rest of the year. Because we're not. I don't think we're signing defenders.
But I want to ask y'all this in terms of, because I feel like y'all more technical than I am. Because I've watched it like 80 times at this point. So it looks like when the pass happens, Hack turns around and starts going towards the ball. Is his job to defend?
Yeah, he's a center back.
The center forward, as opposed to trying to make a play at the ball because he's going towards the ball. He's not.
Yeah, but
he's not going
you
towards.
kind of tell how he slows his pace down a bit, and because when the ball initially goes up top, he's level with the runner, and then as you continue with the frames, the runner moves up ahead of him.
Nah, he gets burned, Sanchez.
Exactly.
Like,
he's supposed to keep up. He's supposed to. That's why
That's why you're there.
That's why he has some fault also, because he's not supposed to get burned, or he's supposed to predict, forward plan, and think, okay, this guy's going to go make the run. Let me keep up also. Let me know to keep up already. Listen, guys,
it's just he gets that shot off.
It's kind of similar to the Houston game.
Yeah, like, he gets that. Serge gets that shot off with 3 defenders literally around him, which is like 3 defenders creating a triangle, and you're in the middle, and you get that shot off. That's on. That's super. Like that's not even on. Like you got to go lasso. That's strictly on the defense, because you're literally surrounded by black shirts, and you get a slot far post. Like, I'm sorry, you got to be better than that. We have to be better.
My only rationale to this, just I paused it at 6 seconds. He could just be in his mind. I'm thinking he's gonna go offside if that pass goes to Serge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only logical thinking here. But my initial reaction was talking about that pass first, because you had said
gotcha. Yeah.
But like
it's
now
like a banana,
watching it 100 times over here, like it totally makes sense. Yeah, I think he should have did better on that. So I'm gonna retract that.
No, but you
hack slander, yo. I'm all about hack slander now. You heard? So take that shit back.
Like you let a banana in, and then it's just like bam. All right, we're done. It was a horrible half. I think Blue City tweeted out like Max. He was like just
take him
lost, just gone, bro. Like, what are you doing? And
he was having Hennys on Wednesday, probably.
So
Bucanas, bro. Bucanas.
Bucanas, right?
He's the older generation. He's the Bucanas. Right. You know?
But I have, bro. Like, I mean, yo.
The burger fingers, yo. Speaking of, you brought me a burger, yo, from the media pit, yo.
He just where did he have that
in his pocket, yo? Pocket burger,
in his pants pocket.
Oh no, he probably did that.
I had it in his bag.
Get in the bag.
Get in my bag.
That's right.
And then I literally was like, "Yo, you want a burger?" And I was like,
"Yeah, of course I want a burger. I'm smacked right now, dog."
It's like he gave you like an 8 real quick. And then
no, but the funny part is, I go, and mind you, I go. I'm like, "Yo, where's Dave?" And everybody was like, "Yo,
it's just like raw dog burger." Like,
no, it was wrapped. It was wrapped.
It was wrapped.
I'm not that crazy, because I go and I ask him like, "Yo, is Dave around?"
Man, dog, it was good. It's delicious, bro. It's very delicious.
So like, "Yo, it's Dave." Like, "Yo, Dave was waiting for you over there." I'm like, "I didn't see him."
Yeah,
so I go in, bro. And I find it with a whole with meals already, and I'm like, "You want a burger?" And he looks at me, he's like, "Of course I want a burger." I was like, and then I had one in my other pocket. I was eating.
You know? I didn't even know you had another one.
I had another one, bro. I came ready just in case.
That's fucking funny. All right, let's get into these goals, bro. Our goals.
Our goals.
We scored, halftime subs. Let's get to the halftime subs first.
Yeah, so
Tana Slevich for Tavon Gray was like
that threw me off.
Like, what are we doing?
I'm gonna bring classic back. Hold on.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Like, we got 4 center backs and we're down 2 goals right now. So we're desperately don't want to let another goal in, I guess.
Yeah.
But we're definitely not attacking the wing play, overloading the wings at all.
But I actually wanted to ask you about that, because I had a little moment there where I was just not feeling too well, so I stepped away. Was Tavon doing that bad of a job, or was it that he looked a little like, was he out of his elements? Like, what was it that made him, that what you would say made him take out Tavon?
I don't know.
Like I don't know, bro. I mean, Five Mob got him rated the lowest, 5.8.
I mean, you only had one half to show for it. Like, you could even.
It's still a 5.8.
Still 5.8 because people got subbed out. And there's 6.3s.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Keaton got an 8.7. Thomas Slepper's got a 6.9. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I came back and I was like, what? I was like, I don't think this is the guy for like that we like to put there. But my man got the whole blondie look again. So and this was braids Tavon too. So I thought he was gonna cook.
Real quick, Lineage. I don't think there was publicly there was a statement, a press release or anything. Lineage is has been with the Slovenian national team for the past few days, and that's why he wasn't at the game.
Yeah. So and then at the same time that Tavon gets out, Kon Parks makes his return for Aiden O'Neal.
Yep.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
Who played horrible.
I don't know what percentage Kon Parks is at, but I need you to be at 100% tomorrow because he clearly made a difference, bro. Like you could clearly tell Kon Parks is someone that we were missing in the midfield.
Well, he has the 8.7 rating, and he did a half.
Yeah, so
you think that pairing with O'Neal will help O'Neal? You think his game will translate better than Shaw and Woodall?
Well, it's weird because Aiden O'Neal has been kind of playing the Kon Parks role in this since his arrival.
Yeah,
and now we're gonna ask him to potentially play more of a defensive-minded position. So it's interesting to see if he favors one over the other. And let's give Johnny Shore a break. Maybe hold him out for a bit, give him a run with the twos.
Yeah.
In this month that there's no games, give him a run with the twos so he could get some, regain a little bit of confidence or work on some things there. Especially in June, we only have 2 games in the month of June.
Yeah.
Let's let him go there. But I'm interested. I hope I desperately hope that it works out. That.
Yeah, me too. I hope
figure out that pairing.
Yeah, no. That will be ideal for us if Aiden O'Neal gets it together, playing with Kon Parks then shit. But hell yeah, man. The next goal though that happened in the 53rd minute, I think it was 54th minute.
Yeah, and I got you right now. Bam, bam. Oh.
Is that like a fan cam?
It's probably the media cam. It was a good goal. It was the team kind of made it seem like we were tiki-taking our way through.
It really did.
Which was just passes. And the only reason Hannes Wolf was able to get the kickoff is because Kon Parks lost the ball.
Yep.
Pay attention to it again.
It looked like he stole it.
All right, so there's a couple of 3 tiki-takas. Wolf gives it Parks. Parks gets the ball, gets away from him. And then it just lands in Hannes Wolf's lap. It wasn't a beautifully orchestrated play. It was, but it didn't lead to Hannes Wolf. It led to Kon Parks losing the ball and Hannes Wolf being able to being at the right spot and recovering and scoring from there.
So the team wants to put it at what is it, Jogo Bonito, but it's a little bit Jogo Mistake.
All right.
Jogo Mistake.
I'm trying to figure out the Brazilian way of saying mistake.
Bandication, if you ask
Bandication, Bono ass. That's what we're missing. We're missing like a Colombian flair or something like that.
We need some song out there, son.
We need a Dominican to be like, oye, little diablo. But that I like. At least I like that part of Keaton's game where he's just like he's gonna get into the box. He's gonna run with the ball. Like I haven't really seen Aiden kind of like at least get comfortable doing on this team yet. Where it's just like, all right, is he thinking like he has to stay back and then obviously then you'll miss a link up play up top? Like, but at least I like that. At least we got one back. It was looking good. And do you want to count out? Y'all want to count that second goal? I mean, I know technically it's a set piece goal, but that should look like it was just like deflections galore.
It kind of was though. It was like a very, very awkward, very weird goal. Like I don't know why the keeper didn't stop it. It just like went between his legs, and I don't know. It was just weird, bro. It was like some little kid shit.
Put it up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Which was exciting because I felt like the second half, the momentum and the tempo of the game really shifted after our first goal. Really shifted.
It really did.
And made it seem like was it possible for us to get a win here? Like it was very interesting at the 1-0 mark, being like, hey, something is brewing right now.
Yeah, so we got Julian Fernandez, everybody's favorite player, using his left foot, of course, taking the corner. And
What happened?
What happened?
Can you see it?
No.
Oh,
You don't have it up.
my bad. There you go.
All right, it's very slow motion
Very
here.
choppy.
Yeah, hey, we're sharing through the interwebs. You know, sometimes things can be a little laggy.
I don't know, but this is like,
Well, I'm seeing it. It's in real time. It's fine on this side.
I mean, yeah, it's choppy over here. So
it's
it won't be.
choppy.
It won't be in the what the people see. So y'all know how y'all know how it's going. So
all I know is that two people celebrated this goal like they scored it.
yeah, Kean thought it was his.
I think it was Kean also. I don't think Hannes Wolf touches the ball. They did not show me no view that made me think that Hannes Wolf touched the ball.
Yeah, that was a big debate on the interwebs. Was it Wolf or was it Keaton's goal? The angle where they decided that it was Wolf's goal wasn't really like conclusive because the post was in the way.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they gave the swing and they're like, the ball may have died if it wasn't for him, kind of deal. But it just felt like it was one of those what is it, embarrassment of errors, the phrase, and we got the goal. Like,
listen, lucky for us.
yeah,
I'll take it, man. A point and a weight point. Fuck it. This
From
late
losing
in the season, yeah.
From losing 2-0 in the first half.
Oh, 2-2, yeah.
Coming back and tying the game and looking good, kind of, like we were looking all right.
Yeah.
And tying the game against a team at the top of the table, towards the top of the table, and Nashville was fourth in the league in the East,
and they were third coming in. So
they would have been second if they would have won. So I think that's something to build off. We're in ninth. We're not, it's a tight table. To be fair, it's very, very snug on the table. The mid table is looking very snug. Miami with 2 wins are back in third. It's
So I have a question for you guys, because the big controversy match
coming up.
No, the big controversy of this match of Nashville was that we probably still shouldn't have Drew because
the Matt Freeze. I think he saved it.
I think the ball. I don't think it crossed the plane. Oh, the line.
Yeah,
I'm biased. I don't think the full ball, 100% of the ball went past the line, and that angle doesn't show that. But if you start to think about like the geometry of things, it kind of doesn't look like the ball went across the line either.
Yeah, because the rule is obviously it needs to cross the full line, and then
the entire ball needs to cross.
Yeah, MLS still doesn't have goal line technology, so they have to rely on VAR. The one thing is,
which is weird because I feel like we do VAR well, like better than Europe.
Yeah. You would think if we're going to rely on VAR over goal line technology, you would think that they would have the post cams looking out, like how they put the little at the edge of the post. You would think we would have that in order to have that angle if we have to dispute goals, but because if you see here in the photo. Well, Martins is already slipping because he's on his. It was one of those. Serge gets a shot, it hits the post, and then all the extraness.
It was funny because the ball bounced out and Martins is on the floor, and he kind of like fish, like like a dead fish in the water, like
one of those.
The ball lands and he heads it back to him so he could pick it up and recover from it.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. That moment, I kind of chuckled at that.
Yeah. So it's like another, Matt Freese saves us. You can, both sides are obviously going to argue different takes on that. I just don't like the fact that it kind of is. It not that it diminishes the result in a way for us, but it leaves still like they had a moment where they would have been up 3-1, I think, at that point, and we don't lose. Like, I mean, we don't come up with the result. It needs we're constantly just relying too much on Freeze's heroics, and he's going to camp. He got called up.
There was a moment in the Houston game where I didn't think he was going to make camp, yo.
When he landed on the
he was like slamming on the thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going to happen there. So,
but we came out of it at least.
Yeah, I think obviously this was a good result. We were down 2-0. Nashville's a very good team. And listen, we play against Atlanta. They got 17 points. I think they're 14th or 13th in the table.
Mm-hmm.
We play them at Yankee Stadium, I believe it is. The next game, June 12th.
El Junkie on a Thursday evening.
Night. So yeah, I think we ride that momentum and welcome Ronnie Dyler, our previous coach, who not a previous coach, but our coach who got us that star above our badge. He comes back. Yeah. Do we welcome him with open arms, or
I do not want to hear one boo. I'm sorry. I give two shits what he said afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't know, because it's gonna be weird.
Nah,
there's a lot of factors I could take into this response. First off, does the team do a video package?
They're going to. They're going to.
I feel like you have to.
You have to, bro.
I feel like I'm on the side that we should do a video package for him. I'm sorry, like no matter how whatever the way he left or how or any negativity that happened in his time period here, he was the coach.
Yeah,
that got to his skibbies and did push-ups.
So we always stand on the whole like that team is never like in a bad place for us. Then the manager has to go with it too.
Yeah.
Like
so I think so. Then the video package happens before the game, right?
I would think so. Yeah.
At what moment?
Right before, like warm-ups.
Hear me out. No, it can't be during warm-ups. There's nobody there yet. That's what I'm saying. There has to be such. I think you have to squeeze it in after the anthems.
That little part,
that minute gap.
Yeah.
The anthems while the players are taking the picture, the starting 11 picture, and then they go hear the last moments from the coach. They have to do it there.
Yeah.
It's either there because unless they plan on doing like before the anthems, and then it kind of disrupts right before the anthems, disrupts like the timing of things. He has to be on the field for it.
Yeah.
They can't do it when he's in the freaking tunnel or in the locker room during warm-ups. They can't do that because during warm-ups, the coach is not around.
Yeah. It's got to be right after the anthem.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be out there.
Yeah.
Quick 30-second.
He gets his warm round of applause then. And then that's the only way I think it happens unilaterally, like round of applause. And then for 90 minutes, he gets booed out the yard.
He needs to understand, like, yo, that's it.
What about after the match?
If they win
to the supporters?
Huh?
After the match. Should he come in?
I'm saying. It's results based also. Results based off. I think if we win, let him come over and applaud the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they win,
fuck out of here.
It will be mixed. It will be mixed.
Come on.
I'm wondering if the dial out banners come back.
Nah.
What do you mean come back? You have in your trunk. It's
It never left.
yo, or not, bro. It's still in there, yo.
It's in the trunk. I should do a video. We're gonna do a video the day of the game when I bring it inside the stadium.
That's fucking hilarious. Yo.
Pre-game as I dig it out my trunk.
No, it's just Atlanta's trash, bro. They have not figured anything out. Miggy hasn't really done anything. We really should fucking beat the brakes off this team.
We really should. Really
so I'm hoping like 3-1.
I'm hoping they do a Cruz Azul to fucking Atlanta, bro. 5-0 with 6 on the way.
Yeah. Funny enough, though, he's on the hot seat. So imagine we're the ones that cook him and he gets fired at.
He's not on the hot seat. Like
I know it's crazy.
He brings his own fucking tahine, bro.
Like, yo, this is the hottest sauce in all of Atlanta. He's like, hold my beer.
And they're coming off a win, so they're coming. Well, I don't know because do they have another game? We have a weird ass month, bro. We're like
2 games on the 12th and the 28th.
Yeah,
and
what about Atlanta? Atlanta plays.
That's what I'm saying. Nope, they're same with us. They just lost to Red Bull, and next match is against us. So they also have a little bit of a break. I think a lot of teams are taking breaks for the this camp stuff and all the
world. Next weekend is World Cup qualifiers, and then the weekend after that starts the weekend. The days after. I think the day after our match, the World Cup starts.
No, the 2 days after that. No, 3. Sorry, 3 days.
15th?
It's on a Sunday.
Yeah, the first game is on the 15th. I believe so. I mean, it could be that. Well, that weekend is.
I think it's the actual next day.
That weekend is Club World Cup and Gold Cup. Both the 14th weekend starts.
The first games. The 14th.
So Saturday.
Yeah. So we're gonna be losing some players to actually just freeze, I think. But
yeah, because Alonso didn't get called off to Costa Rica.
It's a lot of international soccer going to be happening this summer, from like June to August. So,
but bro, it's weird. We're gonna have such a break. Is this a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a bad thing. You lose form. You lose.
We're at the halfway mark of the season right now. 17 games played. Literally the halfway mark of the season. Is it good that we're gonna take this break? I think it could be because we could get Kon Parks back to speed in this time period.
Yeah, that's true.
I wonder what the NYCFC 2 schedule is.
So, they have it also. Here, I got you. NYCFC.
They have games. They have games in the month of June.
So June, the twos have an away match on June 8th.
The 6th.
No, I'm looking at the schedule right now. Team posted it.
Friday, June 6th.
No, they don't have a game. The twos don't have. No, they play Atlanta, the Atlanta twos on the 8th. Then they play Columbus away on that Thursday when we play Atlanta. And then that's it. That's all.
Jesus Christ.
June is like an off month essentially for us.
Maybe people need to get vacation. Maxi Morales could rest up those legs, those knees.
Yeah.
And then hopefully we make a signing. So then come June 30th, July 1st, they can report to camp.
Yeah.
They can report on July 1st. They could be ready to play.
Because the thing was after that is we have the home game against Toronto, right, on July 3rd. And then we go
on the road.
1, 2, 3, 4 games in a row on the road right before Leagues Cup.
Well, the first 3 road games are in the same week.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a tough, difficult time. We're not rumored with anybody yet because CFG's fucking useless. They let Kevin De Bruyne go to Napoli. And Yousef, as much as Yousef said he's coming here.
I didn't say he's coming here. I said he's technically not officially signed to Napoli.
Because it's raining and I'm just wearing a t-shirt with fucking burgers and my cold burgers in my bag. Here, look at me.
Hey, you will take that burger. You will take that burger.
Yeah, De Bruyne was never coming to NYCFC. Never.
So
never.
All right. So I'm gonna
never. Never.
So this is.
Never.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't think he's coming. I don't think he's coming anymore.
He's never
But
coming. He's going to Napoli. He
I know,
signed to Napoli. Here we
bro.
go. It's
He
official.
did we get a here we go? Or
Yes, it's official.
I got to read it. But something that came to mind that
It
maybe
just, how it just hit him when he just looked away. He's like, damn.
yeah. No, but we don't gotta like get onto this too much. It's just something that hit me last night. Not hit me last night. It just kind of like confirmed for me last night. I was watching the LAFC Club America match, right? And obviously everybody, the whole league is always on the hoopla with LAFC. The shit that gets me with the way LAFC does their team building, their everything right around the roster is they build their roster to win MLS matches, win the trophies that are here. We keep trying to build our roster to sell off, essentially. Like we just want to develop. And it doesn't it's like why not that why can't we, because we've asked this question too many times over the years, is at what point as a fan base are we gonna just be direct with this front office and be like, either you prioritize this league to win or you're gonna start losing out on fan bases when you move into the stadium, because it's not viable for what the American fan base wants to do. Like you keep asking us in private conversations, why are we not like LAFC? Well, you guys don't prioritize the league. You guys sign players because you want to sell them in a year or two for profits. LAFC signs players because they want to win MLS matches. They want to win CONCACAF matches.
I think that
So
the answer to your question won't happen to the earliest of the year 2028, because I think the fan base as a whole, as a majority, not a whole, as a majority of the fan base and the media and everything around surrounding this club is basically saying we're gonna go big for the stadium with the player signings. And if that does not happen, yeah, because it's gonna happen. Remember, listen, losing the fan base is not the team's concern. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you this. They said it already. Brad Sims has said it. We're gonna prioritize getting new fans, and getting new fans is signing big players for the stadium. That's what I'm saying. So
yeah, I think those big players come when the stadium comes.
if the big players do not come, or more, I don't want to say big players, but like really good, talented signings, because it could be a big name or it could be someone who's a mid card name, but it'll be a perfect fit.
Yeah,
mid card name.
All right, WWE.
Don't come for 2027. Then it's the right moment to be like, as a fan base, to be like, hey, we were all thinking, we all went through this past few years of mediocrity, expecting something big for the stadium. We're at the stadium, and this is the product you're putting on the field. This is completely unacceptable. I think until that point, there will not be a revolt from the fans. And on this topic, I just don't think it will happen, because I think the everybody has that understanding that this is the way it's going to be until we get the stadium.
Yeah, because that just,
I agree with Sanchez.
Yeah. And I'm with you. It's like it's so glaring. Like yo, like they're legit just constantly thinking like, all right, what's gonna make us better for this next season? Like we don't think like that, and it's like we had mentioned it early in the episode. Like none of our signings have been working, so it's like we sign, hopefully trying to get lightning in the bottle, getting our next Tati, and it's like, yo, bro, like there's people within the league that we should be going after that we never go after, that are just difference makers in this league that we know will just come in, they know the deal, go in and cook. Like you knew that Maxi wasn't going to be forever.
Miami, Seattle, and LAFC, for beating Club America, are going to be able to spend more this summer than the rest of the league. They're going to allow them, I think, 1 point something or 2 million in additional GAM just to reinforce their rosters. Like they're also getting an earlier transfer window. It doesn't affect the league really, because the league is not really being played, but the money, they're being given more money to play, to sign. So like we have money available. We have the funds needed to make those similar signings that they are capable of making, just because we've been cheap with the money the past couple seasons. Like, I hope we don't make any signings that make significant impact this summer. It answers your question, Yousef. We're not prioritizing winning the league.
Yeah.
Or
not
just
even
not.
just win games. It's like we're
No,
not even
because you can't
prioritizing winning.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But the goal is to win the league. It's not just
I'm
to win
with
a
you.
couple games, you know. It's
Like-
it's to win trophies. And this year has not been. You don't believe that coming from the season. So hopefully in the summer, when they've told us in the winter that they'll make moves in the summer, hopefully in the summer, which starts now, they can start signing people. Now it's June 1st. They can start signing people and they can start playing July 1st or whatever it is. So
something.
let's start it should be interesting. I hope it's interesting for us. I hope it's just not like nothing burger. I hope it's really like rumor. Let's be rumors to players at least. Give us that, you know. Let us think that you're trying.
So, bro, yeah.
Nah, yeah.
Let's get out of here. It's late. It's late o'clock. Cruz Azul spanking 5-0 to Vancouver.
They're already celebrating.
Yeah, no, that's not.
It's not a good look. This
There you go.
is bad for MLS. This is bad for. I want to say this is bad for CONCACAF because it's always Mexican teams winning the Champions Cup.
Yeah.
So that sucks for Vancouver and all the fans who went.
Champions League. Same score as Champions League.
Yeah, the Champions League. PSG.
Oh my god.
1-5-0. The city of Paris is burning. William Pacho, first Ecuadorian ever to lift the Champions League trophy.
That was fire.
With his teammate Marquinhos, the Brazilian, which this upcoming Thursday, they face off in the World Cup qualifiers, Brazil versus Ecuador, which should be a spicy affair. Yep. Looking forward to Sama Asaka.
DR plays Guatemala June 6th.
Yep, June 6th.
Friday, right?
Yep.
Look at you. You know what? That could be a spicy affair too.
Yeah, we need that win.
Is that going to be televised on the American TV?
No, you got to get the Fire Stick. You got to get the Fire Stick for that.
Yeah,
you don't know where it's going to. You don't know when
that's going to be on a YouTube cell phone feed, bro. Like that's what.
Nah, you got to find out. You got to find out what.
Telemicro, bro, is gonna televise them.
What network it is, so we could at least start looking for the network now.
Yeah, right.
I would like to see that. I would like to see that
the apps and shit for that.
To see what's happening with that. All right, guys, let's get out of here. Let's go to Steve's long episode. Thank you for everybody who stuck around at this point. NYCFC is in this ups and downs. We thought we got through this, but I guess we're back to the.
This is how the season's gonna be, bro.
Yeah.
This is us. It seemed like we were getting through these moments, but listen, season is not young anymore.
No,
we're watching the table. We're paying attention to the schedule. We're paying more attention to everything. Let's get out of here, guys.
All right,
like, subscribe, all that extra shit.
NYCFC Forever podcast. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.